We are not just a group of individuals. We are a powerful force. Together, we are unstoppable. Each of us brings unique strengths, and when we combine them, there's nothing we can't achieve. Challenges will come, but we face them head-on, with courage and determination. There are no quitters here, only winners. We push each other to be better, to strive for greatness, and to never settle for anything less. Remember, our success depends on each and every one of us. Stay focused, stay united, and let's make our mark. We rise together, we conquer together. Now let's go out there and show the world what we're made of. We are unstoppable.
For all being on here, and remember, we are home of the.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Long time no see. It's great to see chats. Hey, you gotta go, pal. You gotta go. I'm on. Welcome to Home of the Boom. I'm your host, Wojo, and welcome to the Banter with Richie B podcast network. We are a worldwide platform. We're very interactive. So you'll find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Firestick, Spotify. We're all over. And yes, we are on Background TV, where Via lives, and also HLO Media. Thank you for Dustin and that gang over there. So, wow, today's just been a nonstop day between work, between going out and this like unbelievable investigation. And then we have our beautiful and talented Miss Susan Ahern back for part two. We're going to continue where we left off before. But before I bring her on, I got to bring on my Sidekick, my co-host, kick-ass coach of the year, Richie B.
Hey, I'm way down here. Hey, down here to your left, guy. I'm down here. Look.
Oh, there you are. There you are.
Hey, guy.
Just screwing around. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? I tell you what a kick-ass investigation, man. That was absolutely nuts. For our opening, while I think of it, and our executive producer is here, we need a something made up for the intro to talk about all the like Dark Realm and H Low, and we need it for everybody, even across the board. You know what I'm saying? They all deserve that shit. Them shitses.
An incredible job by Curious Cryptid too. I mean, just love her videos. So talented.
She's coming tomorrow night, baby. Tomorrow night's her big debut.
All right, can't wait.
Curious Cryptid's podcast tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
Oh,
hey.
Yeah. Her big debut.
Yep. And then September 13th, September 13th at 1 p.m., we will be at the Cryptid Fest. No offense. I hope I'm late. That means playoffs and on my Sunday morning softball team are going good. You know what I mean? Because they start this week. So if we get to the 13th, then things are going good. I could be late. You might have to hold it down. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you. At my age, you don't get a shot at too many more. So you got to grab them when they come at you. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
So, yeah. So, and then we just got word that our friend Tyler has got the day off, and he's going to be coming to Cryptid Fest. What do you think of that? Tyler!
Roller Dog in the house. Bringing relish and ketchup. All right.
Roller Dog. He's going to be rolling southeast, and hanging out with us. Yeah. Imagine that. That's crazy, bro. I like that. We get to meet one of us. You know what I mean? The more, the merrier, right? Right?
I mean, absolutely.
If we can just get Kurt like a plane to jump out of or something, and get him a parachute, he could land. We could have like the smoke or something coming off him, right?
Well, you can have Aaron Rodgers give him a limo ride or something to MASH. You never know.
Yeah, nah. I don't know about that. I think they're probably going to ride him to the first round of the playoffs, and that's about it. So, but the dynasty is amazing over there. 17 years in a row.
Oh yeah,
17 years in a row of almost being good. That's amazing. I'd rather just suck for a couple of years like the Patriots did after 20 years of brilliance.
Yeah, I know.
But whatever. That's enough about the Steelers.
Yeah.
Gross. Oh my God. What did you think of that research today in the woods?
Research was just insane. It was a lot of fun. The knocking was just insane. I mean, it was like knocking all day long, and it was just it was cool. And then we separated for a brief moment, and then that incident, and that was just like utterly insane. And not only that, hearing some vocals in between too.
Oh yeah.
I mean the energy was just high. That's for sure. It was definitely high. So
it was wild. The knocking was absolutely crazy, dude. It was constant. Reminded me of that time when I had told you, I'm like, oh yeah, I asked them to do this, and then they did it. And remember that we're at the knocking tree, and I'm like, I'm over there looking on the Gipton, same area, and I go, what the hell are they building over there? And you're like, Rich, there's nothing over there. And I went, oh my God, yeah, what am I talking about? They're like a mile into the woods with a big wide river, and stops everything from going that way,
And
it was just like that type of noise. Bang, 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 bang. And then you were doing it, and there's parts we could probably play back that they were doing what you were doing.
Yeah, there was one point it was back and forth. And
you went bang, 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 bang. And then it went bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
Almost exact. I was, when we were a little separated in the beginning, you were by the huts, and I was on this side. I even said it on the live. I go, oh my God, they're doing what he's doing. Like I literally said it.
And the amazing part is from my right, I can hear something like just walking. I could hear like the braking. I'm like, I know that's not you because I'm looking. You're not even moving. And I'm like, there's something coming through underneath the wind, but they were loud. It was just, it was like you're on guard, like just listening. And it was so much fun. It was so relaxing. So,
yeah, it was
you
wild.
know, it's just so much going on.
Yep,
so much going on.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. And if you didn't watch the live today, me and Wojo separated a little bit a couple of times. The second time he kind of went off on his own. I thought you were to my left, but I know the road winds. So it was weird. So I came down and I'm walking, I hit this straightaway and like something pops up. Like I just remember seeing like the bushes kind of perk up and I saw like a little darkness up like here, you know?
Mm.
And I looked over and I literally was kind of talking. I was like, oh, I went, oh, like that. And because we got kind of spun around with the road winding, I'm like, Wojo? And then all of a sudden it just takes off.
Yeah.
And it's like 60 feet from me tops. And it's taken off. And I'm watching the you can hear it on the recorder. You can hear it on the YouTube live. But I'm seeing like kind of out in front of it, the bushes are moving. And then it's kind of, and we didn't, you know, we talked afterwards and I was realizing it was doing that swim move thing that we've seen, you know, that I talked about in the past, right?
Right.
Like it was throwing stuff out of its way, but then it picked up speed where it was just like that. And I went, oh, that ain't Wojo. You know what I mean? Like there's no way. You can't move that fast through that stuff, right?
Mm.
And I'm still trying to be like, Wojo, like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
I started trudging through the woods because I thought you were in the woods. I'm like, what's he doing over there? You're like, no, on the path. And now I'm stuck in a briar patch. And
you were behind me.
I could hear it through your voice.
You were behind me after I yelled for you twice really loud. You were behind me. And I said to the audience, I said, hey, guys, he's behind me. Like, you're nowhere near what I experienced. You know what I mean? So I was like, that no longer was any type. I mean, I got rid of it anyways, just by the way it kind of did that. Smooth. Right. It was smooth, dude. Fast.
But I will say the whole time we were out there, it's like, even though we're hearing the tapping, I'm not kidding you guys. There's something right nearby. You can hear I can hear movement the whole time. No matter where we were, you know something is right there. It was just a matter of time. And that matter of time happened with Richie. So
yeah, and it was the smell. It was the smell too. You know what I mean? And
we had a couple of that. And speaking of smell, Susan had that when she took a walk out with her dogs last week.
Yeah, that's not a good introduction when you're talking. You know, really. You're like, speaking of that smell, Susan's here tonight.
No, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. High, low energy. I was just thinking, being out in the woods. All right, I'll just shut up.
Yeah, we smell death and rotten flesh.
Sorry, Susan. She's like going, oh, no.
Let's welcome in our guest, Susan Ahern. There she is. Welcome. The happy smelly medium's here, everybody. What a gentleman we got here.
It was a stinky day all around, I guess.
A stinky day.
Yeah, no, we were talking about that smell, and I remember when I was speaking to you on the phone, you're like, hey, do you know that deer smell? I'm like, deer smell. And then you described it, I'm like, no, that's not what you're smelling a deer. It's, we're used to smelling the old big guy.
Yeah.
Right. I was so excited because I didn't see any tree stuff in my area, but the smell was, and feeling like I was being followed, which then I'm constantly turning around thinking I get some creeper following me through the woods, and there's nothing there. And so I know there's nothing there.
Right.
But that's the one time you don't look is when someone's there. But it was just a real, musky, wet dog animal kind of old pee smell, kind of like pee in the fur smell or something. I can't explain it, but that's kind of what it was like. Yeah.
Yep, I did that. I used to call it deer piss. I never even smelled deer. I never smelled deer piss in my life, and I'm over here going, "Wojo, you smell that deer piss again?" And that was that was the first time something flew by us at 60 miles an hour like a freight train, crashing through the woods. This was much more stealthy.
Yeah.
And when I got in there, again, this is another thing that we have learned as researchers. When you think you hear something or whatever it is, you go over to that area. 9 times out of 10, it seems that they're down below in a gully, or they're down in a lower type spot where they don't look so big, right? They know how, because I went over and stood there, and it was 3 feet below the path, no doubt. There was no doubt. The path was up, you know what I mean, that I was on. So whatever it was knocked 2 to 3 feet off itself by standing where it was standing. And it wasn't up over the shrub. It was like, I said to Wojo, like, you could see like just like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just moving up. It was up. It was definitely upright. 100%. That's one of the reasons why I thought Wojo went over that way. I was like, Wojo? Because I heard a kind of a snap and something kind of pop up. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, what's he messing with me? That was kind of my first reaction, right, Woj? Wojo's
I could hear it through your voice, like, Wojo. I'm like, I'm coming. I'm over here. And they're like,
then I go, guys, he's behind us. I was like, he's not anywhere near me.
I'm like, where are you? Are you on the path? And I couldn't quite understand. So I'm like hustling through the woods, but I was at Briar's. I mean, you got to see my legs just cut up.
Oh,
and then all of a sudden I see him on the path. I'm like, son of a, I wish I was on the path.
It might not have happened. You know how this works.
Yeah. Oh, we know. But
you know how this works. Yeah, it's how it works, you know. Sometimes.
So I want to know, so with that experience that you're having, right, that you had, what was the energetic feelings that went along with that experience? Like, when did you start feeling, if you felt anything, when did you feel something starting, like at what point?
Well, I had said right after, it was right after we left the chair. I was feeling something prior, but as we were leaving the chair, I said something out loud, because it takes a little while to say something out loud. I don't just come out and just say it, If I said something out loud on the live, it was, 500 yards away when I started to feel it, because I got to build up the confidence and courage to say those things, right? So I said it was something about heavy in my chest. I thought I said it right on the path. I'd have to look at the live again. So it was probably a couple hundred. It was probably maybe a football field, just whatever. Just say around there. As I was walking down the path, I thought I said my chest was getting heavy or something. Which was changing. It was a change in energy. It wasn't angry or anything. It's just or dangerous. It's just sometimes when they're closer or something and you feel more energy, it can give you a different feeling on your body as opposed to 100 yards before that. You know what I mean? Where I was feeling an energy, but it was probably further away and it wasn't affecting me as much. But I said something about my chest being tight or something like that. But like Wojo says, something was there throughout the day. He was lingering around us. Everything was way too quiet. I might have said something about the energy before. Oh no, I said I felt like it was about to pop at one point.
Yes, you did say that. Yes.
Yeah, at one point I said that. I could feel like it was about to pop. But
meaning the energy around you or you physically?
The energy around me was about the environment.
It was right.
Was about
it was building.
Yeah, so I used to have this thing I used to do where the room would be quiet and this thing would build. And I have this thing called, I don't know if Mary Newbert might remember this. It's called BEP, B-E-P. And one time I was sitting in, I'll give you an example. I was sitting on the subway coming out of a concert from Boston. And I remember there was this gentleman, he's reading his newspaper across from me. And I just left the whole concert scene. And all of a sudden I'm on the subway leaving like one of the last trains out of Boston. And it was dead silent. It was dead silent on this train. And I felt it building and building and building and building. And all of a sudden I just go, "Bop!" like that out loud to the whole train. And it echoes in those things, right? So the gentleman's newspaper goes like this. And then I go like that. And then the guy pulls down his newspaper, looks at me and goes, "That was a good one. You got me." And I said, and I go, now take a deep breath, sir. And he goes, And I said, yeah, feels good, don't it? And then I did it one time to a Burger King girl when she was handing me my food. It was very strange, quiet exchange. And I don't know what it was. I felt it building and building and building. I went, boop, like that. And she was like, oh, like this, like handing me my stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I go, now take a deep breath. I'm walking around hailing people with Bep. But it reminded me of that feeling where it was just kind of like that. It was just real quiet, and I could just feel the energy coming. And then I kind of put it away a little bit. But I don't know if you can identify with this. I can almost disperse it throughout my feelings, right? My body, my mind, my soul, where I can kind of like alleviate is what I talk about, right? And we got over towards like that holly tree area and where the dried up brook was, and Wojo was going across. Right in there, I started to be able to kind of disperse it a little bit. But I don't know if anybody noticed on the live today, right before the incident happened, I got quiet, right? I'm a notorious talker. I talk over evidence. I talk over everything. You know what I mean? And for some reason, I just got real quiet. And I made a comment, a quiet joke or whatever it was. And I started walking. And my camera from the phone was right on the area where it popped up out of. And you can hear it more than you can see it. I since have done some screenshots, and there's definitely a dark figure. And I'm curious. It's funny. Curious Cryptids. She had to go to bed early tonight because she's working early tomorrow or something. But she sent a snapshot to the group, and it was the same one that I pointed out to Wojo by the tree on the left side of the frame as I'm scanning. And I said something about that black figure right there. And that's prior to it kind of happening, because it pops up. And that's what I remember. It pops up and makes a noise. It almost as if to get my attention. But the thing is, it runs, like 20 feet in a half a second, maybe 2 seconds. And then it's silence. I can't, he has to go across the road. I'm right there. I'm right friggin' there. And it's gone.
Or maybe that when you're walking and you're just like, just talking and just, you just got the phone and you're like, talking, just looking around. You took a sip of your Rockstar, but your phone was probably like, kind of like in a lock-in position, like still facing the same spot. And he probably thought like, that you locked in on him, and he kind of panicked.
Yeah, I don't know, because if you watch the live, I'm going, it was right there, guys. It was right in that area. And then the only time I could figure is when I was calling for you. But when I called for you, I was staring into the woods still. I knew I had to get loud in order to call for you. And I wouldn't hear a move, so to speak, right? Which we know that's probably not true because we've heard a move. They're not quiet, I guess, unless they want to be. And I'm looking over. I'm like this with the phone. I'm looking over. I'm going, Wojo, Wojo, and I'm screaming, but I'm still looking at the spot so I can keep it. Try to identify, right? And I was like, I don't know, dude. I don't want to get fucking weird with this stuff. But there was an arch right there, and he was gone. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Well, this is a moment that we should have had Susan with us, but I know how the traffic is down there. Hopefully, after Labor Day, she's going to come out with us again soon. I can't wait.
Yeah, I did say that. I'm sorry. D Hoot said it. I said this. There's nothing back there, and I said where the tapping and banging's coming from. There's nothing there, guys. There's nothing. I was about to explain to them how there was water and like nothing.
That's right.
Nobody would be over there banging. And you hear me say, there's nothing back there, guys. Nothing. And then all of a sudden the trees lit up again. And I could see it going through. But like I said, it was only this little dark area. It was just going like this. Like smooth, dude. That smooth move. Definitely bipedal, absolutely. Yeah, and I said it was bipedal.
The one thing, Susan, I would say is, for me, I think it all started, the tapping was going on for a while, but when me and Richie kind of split off a little bit because we're right near the huts, but I was going to go in the back side of the huts. Richie was going to go from the other side going on the main path and whatever. But it was a little breezy, whatever. And I started I'm just trying to calculate the taps that I'm hearing from a distance. So I started like, morsing it and whatever, like a Morse code. And all of a sudden I can hear like walking, like two times I'm hearing snap. I'm like looking because the sound can echo because of the breeze and whatever. I'm just turning, looking, and Richie hasn't moved, and I know it's not him because it's loud. And I'm saying to myself, and being able to hit the nail on the head, it was more curiosity because it was close. And for me, it's like at least 50, 60 feet to my right. And after a while, doing all that, and then the gifting chair was awesome, and then actually, prior to getting to the gifting chair, that's when my ears started ringing, and I started feeling a little weird. And I was telling Richie my ears are ringing, and so on and so forth. But yeah, it was a good investigation again, and they're getting more curious by the moment because I think because we did things a little bit differently. We did more listening. We did more. We separated a little bit, give ourselves some space. And for Richie having that space and then unexpectedly having that encounter, I mean, that's great.
Oh my God. It was just, it coincided because it was almost like the tapping was meant again for us to go that way, right? Like they just kept banging, like, get over here. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, I'm banging and banging and banging. You still haven't come over here. And we were way over across the way when we first started hearing it. We didn't hear it at first. And when we started going around, like headed away from them, the banging starts and doesn't stop. It does not let up. It's almost doing what WOJO'S doing. And even Susan has said this in the past. That they're telling you, come over here, dumbass. And
you beat me to it.
Yeah, right. So then we start going to the chair, and then the chair is absolutely astounding. All the crazy stuff that went on at the chair with all the stuff. I just couldn't believe it. And Denny losing his sage and stuff out at the Farley, and is at the chair right next to Ella's. There's no way we would not have seen that when we were there. As a matter of fact, if you look at that before photo, you probably can see down to the right side of that chair whether that bag is there or not. Like it's probably would be on the live somehow, and there it is at the chair. How far away from the Farley? Like, and it was laid next to Ella's ladybug stone, and they were side by side. And then the banging just kept going and going and going and I'm like, all right, we're going. And I'm like, I got to go over there. I just got to go. We got to go. And then so happens we split up again, and boom, that happens. And then what was it? 5 minutes after that incident, maybe not even. I don't even know. The banging. There was no more banging.
Then you lost your phone.
Then I lost my phone again. Yeah. Yep.
But I found it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I stepped right over it because I.
You did. You stepped right over it. I was looking down. Thank God. I'm like, thank God I saw the shine, the reflection. I'm like, oh, thank God we found it because there's no way I want to go through this thorn bush again. I was like all chopped up.
Oh my God.
But the cool thing is, Susan, at the very end, before we started like walking from the main path to the service path to leave, then you heard 2 knocks, bang, bang.
Yeah.
I'm like, not again. Here we go. And we're ready to sign off. And all of a sudden, just like a shadow just did that. And we both saw it.
We both saw it.
And when he said, did you see that? I go, what did you see? And he's like, the shadow. I go, I saw it too. It was just like.
And it was, but again, it was almost by design because the phone's here. It went behind the phone, down into the area where we see the lights usually. And, why? The phone's right here. We're both looking at the phone. He's about to do the boom and say goodbye. And I got the phone right here. And then I go, what the hell was that? And that's when he goes, what did you see? I said, I just saw a shadow, left or right. He's like, dude, I'm looking right at it. That's what I saw. We both saw it, man. Yeah. It was crazy. I was like, holy shit. This is getting crazy, man. I got goosebumps now.
Yep. Exactly. It was just like, Susan, you have to get back out there. You have to write down some questions.
True.
We're going to you know what? And by the way, guys and girls out there, Susan Hearn, the award-winning producer and the happy medium, but she's also boots on the ground with us too. And it's always a pleasure to have her up there and and, have some feedback of what's happening and whatever. I mean, how often do you go out squatching, Susan? You know what I'm saying? Actually going out with us, Bigfooting. I mean, it's always
Right?
quite an experience for you.
It is. It's always a great experience. So my question for everybody listening would be, and like you guys, is who also experiences, because I'm like a data collector. I love information. So who else experiences physical body shifts before or around when they're seeing stuff or feeling stuff, like when they're going out and they're hearing knocks or stuff? Who that's what I'd be interested in, is taking a moment and going, oh, I didn't realize that. Because Richie, you get really strong feelings, but you feel everything really strong anyways.
Mm.
So not everybody's going to feel it as much as you do, but that's where we need to start, because that's going to be, if you're in the woods, that's your barometer. That's what's going to tell you, oh, I'm feeling something's around, because I remember that feeling from last time when I saw something run by or I heard something in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge tool that never runs out of battery. You're never going to drop it in the woods. It's something you're always going to have on you. And to use that and to develop that is key, because no matter what's happening in our world, if we lose electricity, you're always going to have that. It's always there.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm in tune with it. Sometimes I'm not consistent in a sense, right? And you said it before. I'm out there looking for the physical too. I'm a researcher, so I do get clouded because I am looking for the physical. I'm not always, trying to be like, all right, wait a minute, time out. I'm not doing that.
Right.
But I have quietly been practicing on my own, right? To where I'm like, I stop and I look and I kind of scan the woods like we did that time, and I'll understand my feelings better. But it would be a good tool because that's a great question to everybody on the side. Have you recognized that feeling before? Have you been prompted? Perhaps would be a good way to say it, because it's hard to tell, when it's happening, right? Because then what happens is you have an incident like I had, and you're dropping your phone, and you're going left and right, and all that stuff's coming out, and you now you don't remember when that feeling started. Like when you asked me, I'm like, yeah, when did that feeling start? You know what I mean? Like I had to go back because now I have to go through all that energy that came through my body. I have to work my way through that maze to get back to the quiet side again before it happened. So it'd be good if everybody does that. I felt the shrill scream through the phone on a live, went right through me head to toe. Goosebumps as well. Yes, that was the prior week in the same area, by the way, where we were tonight, where I had that incident, was exactly where I thought they were. Doing all the howls and all that stuff. And that spot was the same spot, Wojo. If you remember, we had that light. The path goes straight right before it turns. Right there was that light kind of up in the tree a little ways.
Oh, yeah. The one to the far left, yes.
Yeah, it was right on that straightaway.
Because that was the one I was pointing at when it just appeared. I'm like, what? I go, do you see that? And that's when I had to grab you. And,
same thicket of woods. And then I go in there today to follow up on the research and be a researcher. Right now I got to look for the physical part of it again. Here we go. But I'm in there crawling around the laurels, and you can see the opening and the access, and you could see the compressions in the ground. There's a few spots that were just dug up even. You could tell somebody was in there. Something was in there. If it was you in there or me in there, somebody would have been able to say, hey, somebody was in here. Let's put it that way. And then you look, and there was like a corridor. You could tell like it's exit. You know what I mean? I just don't know where it ended up, because when I started calling for Wojo, I would have cut it off at the pass because I was at the corner where it turns. I have no idea where it could have gone. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh man, don't start with that slip walking portal shit. You know what I mean? Don't even do it. Not, at that point I'm locked into the physical. Don't go screwing with me. Because it just disappeared.
His cover was blown, but I think he took cover again, or she or whatever.
I don't know if the cover. I don't know if the cover was blown, like me and Ernie said, and everybody else agreed. It didn't have to stand up. It didn't have to. I mean, maybe looking at the camera like we did at the truck, maybe I hit him with the camera, and he thought perhaps he had to make a break for it, right? Because I did scan.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Yeah, I guess that's a possibility in that sense. But I mean, he had me. I mean, I did get quiet. I remember that feeling. I did get quiet. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, I knew something was over there, but my body definitely got quiet and slower because I've been training myself to do that. And now I think sometimes it does it on its own. Is that a thing, Susan, where it kind of does it on its own?
Yeah, that's just comes with practice, and you're trying to slow it. You're trying to implement a new tool, and the sixth sense is you've got to apply your sixth sense as a physical tool.
Yeah,
it is. It just is
because it's been doing it on its own in a sense where I'm like, if I feel something's around or I feel something's going to happen or something, I'm just going. And me again, I'm a yapper. You know what I mean? I've ruined more evidence than anybody ever in the world of Bigfoot research. Trust me, I've destroyed it all. I've wrecked everything. If you hear Bigfoot whooping, I'm over going, what the fuck? Did you hear that? Did I see what I just saw? I'm just an idiot. I'm an idiot. You know what I mean? But for that to happen, and I'm like this, real quiet, just real quiet.
What if, just throwing out the what ifs, what if it did not run because it didn't want you to see it? What if it was leaving your energy field because it realized it was shifting it was too much?
That's interesting. Yeah, because I mean, the frequency, even in the phone, me and Wojo saw it kind of blurring out and stuff while this incident was happening. And even before the incident was happening, maybe they know, well, they know that I know that they know that I know. Right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And for people sitting at home, like someone said, oh, I was listening and I was watching your live. You can also experience the same energetic feelings.
Yes.
Through a live. You don't have to be present. I've done many an investigation where I didn't feel like walking around and traveling and sleeping on dirty floors and blah, blah, blah. I just did the investigation on my comfy couch in my pajamas. Yep. And I was just doing it through the live. And I'm like, okay, run upstairs. There's something happening. And go over here. There's something there. And they would just be running around the house capturing all this stuff. So people live actually can experience that. So when we're live and we're home, make note of that. Am I picking this up? Oh, this is really cool. This is a new tool. I love this. Like being able to be present, because we're realizing COVID is making us be much more sensitive. Maybe that was why we had all that, was to be much more sensitive to experiencing things, but not having to be there in real time. Realizing that time and place is very elusive anyways. Right. It's kind of a construct that we are slowly getting out of. So if you're experiencing at home, that's even better. Let those guys run through the woods. I'm going to stay home and not get ticks. I'm good.
Yeah, right.
So
I do want to say to everyone in the chat room, sorry we didn't read up all your names out there, like Kurt and D Hoot and Papa Squat's. Great to see you all on here.
We just
I apologize because it's been this day's been like it's just full of energy, as you know. But
hi,
anyway,
everybody.
Out there, how about this, Rich? When you're walking through, before that happened, it seemed like your frequency was fine until, because like Susan, what you're explaining, like what we were talking about, I see now like the screen will just stop. And I'm like sitting there like this. I'm looking around. I'm like, oh, I go, he has to be getting close. That's why. And he's just like, what's going on here? I go, you're near, like he's like right nearby. And I think that that they can't control that, in that sort of sense. And I just think that, where his phone was just aiming just innocently, that,
could have triggered him.
I don't know, maybe just, I think it was a collision of frequencies and he just like, all right, I'm done. Boop. See you later,
Yeah.
And because I think when Richie was kind of like, let's say, kind of like looking to the right, and then all of a sudden you can hear I heard the crunch. I can hear that crunch, and then like he thought it was me walking, and it wasn't.
Yeah. Well, that was my first. That was my first reaction. One, because I instinctively knew it was bipedal. Two, the phone was here and my head was here, and I saw something pop up. I watched the thicket kind of go spring up, and there was like a black dome piece, but it wasn't like, the whole dome. You know what I mean? It was just like I don't know. It was just like a little black piece is in the bush. It was just a green bush with a black mark at the top. But the way it kind of sprung up, I was like, Wojo, like the book, and then it took off, and then you hear me go, oh, that ain't Wojo. Like it was just.
Yeah, right. He doesn't move that fast. We know.
Hell no. He might move that fast, but not in that shit.
No.
I got another question for you.
Okay.
So when you were not looking at him, but you sensed that something was there and you thought it was Wojo. So did that energy feel familiar to you? When a stranger's around, you can kind of sense that it's something's happening that you're not sure of or that you're not familiar with. So
yeah, so it brought me instantly. I started having the visions of the one running by me and Max and the one running by me and Wojo. It went right through my head automatically. It started playing a tape, right? It started playing like
I love that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to explain what this is about. Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So it was connecting with you telepathically. Letting you know that it was him. Because I didn't want to put it in your mouth. I wanted you to tell me that, yes, he felt familiar. But then you visually saw it. So that's why there wasn't fear. There wasn't there wasn't any of that. Oh, this is danger. Like there's none of those sensations came to you. You just instantly felt as comfortable as you would if it was Wojo.
Yeah, well, I was just like, hey, Wojo. And then I'm like, and even when I realized it wasn't, my energy went up a little bit, but it started playing back the tape in my head. Where I remembered, me and Max, and then I remembered me and Wojo, the deer piss one, you know what I mean? And I could see them. I could see them both simultaneously as I'm looking into the woods because I watched it go like this, and I heard the crunching. The crunching wasn't as big, and I think Denny said it, juvenile. That's what came to mind. And then I got over there and stood there, and I estimated about 6.5 feet. Some reason I have 6.5 in my head, 6.5 just keeps coming into my head. And yes, it did. It played back a tape in my head where it was like fast though. It wasn't like, oh yeah, I remember that time.
No, it was an instant knowing.
Instant knowing is a good way to put it. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I 100%, like you said, made the connection immediately to what was happening. You know what I mean? And sometimes when that happens, don't get me wrong, the rational side, the human side of me wants to be like, hey, Wojo, because you get a little freaked out, right? But
it's me, Richie B, come back.
Yeah, I said that a few times too. But yeah, you get it's a familiar feeling. It's like a reincarnation, so to speak, if you can identify with that as a psychic medium. Things that are very familiar. It has that type of feeling instantly, and then your shoulders kind of go back a little bit, like, like, oh, okay, yeah, I've done this before. You know what I mean? I'm a veteran. You know what I mean? You have that sense of feeling. I'm still excited, obviously, because I'm just excited. I'm an excitable dude. It's like there was this guy, Jack the Marine, back in the day in AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, for those that don't know, and he used to speak from the podium, and I loved listening to him speak. And he talked about the anticipation of going out. Right? This is how addicts think. We're addicted just to the feeling. We're addicted to the anticipation of getting ready and looking sexy and going out. You know what I mean? Like, we're addicted just to that. We haven't even left the house yet. We haven't put a drink in us yet. And we're addicted to that feeling. We don't seek excitement, is what he said. We are excited. That's the way it is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't seek excitement. I'm already excited. I'm excited all the time, 24/7, 365. I'm excited about something. Even when I'm pissed off, I'm excited about being pissed off. It's just, that's the way it is. I'm not
That's true.
I'm not an excitable person. I'm just excited all the time. And that's what it is. You know what I mean? So when you hear me get ramped up, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. I'm not like, whoa, man, this stuff never happens to me in my weird ass life. You know, that ain't what it is. It's just that I'm an excited person. And I was excited that it happened, and that I went in there to feel it out, and then I had evidence of things going on in there. It wasn't like you could look around and go, oh, nothing. It wasn't like that. You could see, oh my God, something was in here. Oh my God, laurels. We know what they do with laurels. They're always hiding in the laurels, right? Oh my God, look at the compressions in the ground. Look at the scuffed up ground over there. Oh, this is in a gully, man. That's why it would be level with the bushes and not above the bushes. You know what I mean? Because he had 3 feet to play with. You know what I mean? So all those things come into play where the physical world meets my energy. And I'm just like, oh my God, it all fits. It all fits. It's not, I sat there and had a psychic experience, everybody. I want to tell you about it. You know what I mean? And everybody's like, oh God, give me the evidence and shut up. You know what I mean? It isn't, it's both. It's both. And that's when I get really pumped up. And then I got to
all Richie gets is, hey, it's me, Richie B. Woohoo! And then everyone, the wood just starts shaking. It starts getting excited.
So at least he thinks so, anyways. We'll just let him believe that.
But it's true, because Susan was out there. Susan, me, you, and Daniel were waiting for Richie. Richie, showed up a little late because he had some things to do. And then all of a sudden, remember, we heard whoops from the distance, and all of a sudden something blew in my ear.
Mm-hmm.
It went, and then I saw you look at me. She goes, what was that? I go, what did you hear? She goes, you go, sounds like a whisper. I go, yeah. And we turned around. There's no bush. There's no nothing. I'm like, people are saying it's the old double G, the dog man. I'm like, oh man, that's the 4th time I've heard in my ear. And that's because he showed up and you could feel the energy, just like rise. And that's what Richie brings. But Susan, real quick, sorry, Rich, Stevie Pazzini, he's got a question for you, Susan. Susan, how do you sense remote from the live?
How is it? What?
How do you sense
remote from the live?
Oh, how do I? Same exact way if you're in person. So you just
walk in.
Well, I would suggest starting your investigation by clearing all the day's caca off your body. Like just doing just like what I'm doing. It's just like I just just release it. Do whatever you need to do. Some people like to stomp their feet, shake your arms, whatever. However, you just take a nice deep breath. Whatever your start is, it's I see it as a sacred beginning. So you're like cleansing yourself so that you're saying, I'm prepared and ready. I'm ready to receive whatever gift I'm going to get in the bush. Whatever we're going to receive, I'm grateful for any of it.
Mm-hmm.
And even if we don't get anything, I'm clear and present to just release stress. Yep. Right. So that I would start with that clear breathing. And so you can do that from your couch. Just kind of go, okay, he's in the live. I'm going to be in the live. Okay. And then I have a guide that I work with, and that's how I get my information. But you can also just be present and be aware, because once you clear your energy field, then when an emotion comes up or a feeling comes up, you go, oh, okay, is this my energy? Is this my thing? Is this mine? Or am I watching that? Because you'll watch that, and we do it all the time. We're just not aware of it. So it's just now being aware of it and going, when you watch TV show or listening to news, you'll go, oh, I didn't like what I heard, or, oh, I don't like what I just saw. It comes with a feeling. So now you're doing it by watching in the woods. Try it. Just try it and see. I know it sounds like, okay, well, I should be watching for something. You're not really. You're just watching, and you're being aware of the shift of energy in your personal body. So that's your barometer. That's you telling you. But if you if you're not aware of emotions or feelings, then you have to really kind of start there. Like, what am I feeling? And men don't have a lot of, you're not in touch with your feelings because society didn't, we pushed that away. So now you may have to feel a little bit more. Women, we have been given that gift of being so emotional and la la la. So, and it doesn't, not all men and not all women, I'm not saying that, but for the most part, men have to tap into that emotional presence. And it may take a little bit longer, but once you put your mind to it, it's pretty simple. It really is. It's just like, oh, I recognize that feeling from last time.
Yep. Yeah, and Kurt says something interesting, because I've had this talk about going over to this location where this happened today, after the howling and all that stuff that was going on. There's something significant to that area. I think they led you there more than look at this over other spot we have. I get a feeling there might be more to it. I don't think you're far off, Kurt. There's something going on over there that they want us to see. I think it's closer to the river. I think it's up to that hill and to the left. And I had that exact feeling. And if you notice today at the live, I kind of pointed out that hill for whatever reason. And when I see it, I see the hill goes up to the right here, but right where it starts going back down to on the left side of that hill, there's something going on over there. I think there's more. I think it's more of a dwelling than we give it credit for, to be quite honest with you. I think they frequent it more. I believe that's the spot we heard the extra howling the other night. Remember when we got to the Folly and they started howling again? It was down the river. I believe that's the location they were howling from again. That's what I have.
I just feel like that energy, like, I don't know, between you get the taps, something was like to our right.
It's crazy.
But when we had our back turned, something was behind us too, because we kept hearing. I mean, I don't know if we heard like vocals. We don't know. There was something definitely behind us. That's for sure. We kept looking, staring behind us. But yet we decided, instead of going down to the knocking tree or whatever else, we were like, we have time. Something's like, we have time. Something's leading us. Let's go over here. Let's head towards, where we had all that activity, the female yells and all this barking or whatever, the nuttiness that was going on. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that we just drew to that energy, and knowing that there's something near us walking around, because you're sitting there, you're walking, but yet you're like this because you're hearing extra stuff. Like we'll look at tree structures, and yet you hear there's tapping everywhere. But I'm telling you, there's like 3 different locations. One's doing very soft. One's like bam, and we still don't know what the heck that is. And then another, and then another one up the distance, like doing Morse code. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, it was wild. I am having some energy issues, as I told you guys before we started the show. It's like affecting my eyesight right now, and usually I can see my screen fine. So I'm going to go get my glasses. I'll be right back. And as Sam says, you want to be part of the research even more, a safe place to share your research and thoughts. Join me, bro, on Facebook, Mother Earth Bigfoot Research Organization. There's been a lot of great fun sharing in there. We did have one bad day, but we got to see the admins activate. It's not, as they call it, dead site. We're very active. We don't put up with any bullshit. We don't put up with trolls. I even paw at them first before I toss them, report them, and block them. So it's a lot of fun. A lot of great historical type researchers in there that have been around a long time, sharing all their stuff. I want to say thank you to Benno. Even if you wanted to be subtle about it, thank you for your $20 donation on PayPal. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. I was just sitting here, my phone notification came in, and I saw it. I looked down, and I'm like, oh, it's Benno. Thank you for the $20. That'll go right to the bills, damn it, because they're due. Holy shit. Matter of fact, tonight, we got to pay for Restream. Help us, God, Jesus. Anyways.
Hey, Rich.
Yeah.
Your mom said to just take a minute when you're going to get your glasses, take a deep breath. She's going to help you kind of rebalance.
All right. My glasses are right next to me, my mom's picture.
I love that. That's so crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, she gets on your show all the time. So yeah, she's just wants to help you. She'll do it.
All right. I'll be right back.
All right.
Wow. That's incredible. Um, yeah, Susan, we got to write down some questions, girl, get you out there and get back into that energy world
Right. Summer's
that we
almost
have going
over.
on because again, guys from 2 weeks ago, that I had Susan on, and we were talking about the Merkaba, and seeing the lights in the woods. And when you talking to me about the word Merkaba translates from Hebrew chariot, symbolizes the divine vehicle of light, spirit, and body that transports consciousness between dimensions, rooted in, geez, I need my glasses, sacred geometry and ancient mysticism. It represents the union of opposing energies in spiritual ascension. So, okay. So we're seeing lights here in Massachusetts in the Bridgewater Triangle, and then we go to the Charming Fair Farm, and I showed you those pictures. We'll wait till Richie comes back to go further, but again, we're seeing lights here. You get that energy feeling, but yet you go to New Hampshire at the Charming Fair Farm and seeing these lights, and it's still like the energy is like it's so relaxing and it's beautiful. That's a big thing. Everyone's like, wow, that's really cool. Like everyone's just chilling and what have you. So, have you ever heard of being in two different areas, like completely different areas of that type of energy where it can be like chill and you know similar to what you have here in Massachusetts?
What? I don't know
What
what
I'm
you're getting
saying
at.
is,
I'm so
if
sorry.
what I'm just saying, like when we see these lights, and the energy and everything, it's like
Oh,
so
right.
relaxing, whatever. And then we're up in New Hampshire seeing the same thing. I
That's
mean,
cool.
wouldn't it supposed to be like different?
Oh,
I mean,
right. No, because if it's still the same portal, layman's term, it's a portal. Um, I think it's a cyclotron, which is or a cyclotron is like our man-made thing, but it accelerates particles repeatedly, so the energy is coming through that
mhm.
a place where all these particles are coming through. Um, it has to do with the magnetic field. It also has to do with radiation, like atomic energy, and it's beyond my science knowledge. But that word kept popping up, and so I was like, I don't know what that means. So I had to look it up, and um, that's what kind of like what it sounds like. So that radiation is stuff that ETs give off.
Mm.
You'll see that when they land, they say, oh, there was a lot of radioactivity, interesting magnetic fields because cars will automatically just shut off if they were driving down the road. Radios will turn on and off. I had an experience where a TV turned on and it was just white noise in my bedroom
Mm,
and the TV wasn't plugged in.
mm,
So there's that.
mhm,
And someone, this guy named Ernst Lawrence created this cyclotron probably 60, 70 years ago, probably 80 years ago, I think. And so look that up, see if that connects with you. If your science brain understands that, that's amazing. But
mm.
I think that that's how they're getting through. There's this portal of interesting, don't even know what it is, but they're able, their particulates are being able to manifest so they can come through. But maybe we're seeing that light.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing the beginning phase of their ability to pop back and forth. Yeah, we're going to get small bits and pieces is how they give it to me. They don't give me the whole book. They just give me a few pages. I don't even get a chapter sometimes. But what was interesting is after our show, they like to make it like a game for me because they realize I'm so ADD. If it's not fun, I'm not going to do it. So they give me like these little tokens and I go through collecting all these little tokens. So I'm listening to Jared Lowe's show and I get a token. He talks about, I don't know the name of the town. Maybe I can pull it up while we're talking, but it was this something booger. Jared, if you're on, let me know what the name of it is. It's this town in Florida where it was either folklore, but it was not folklore. It was kind of like the Bridgewater Triangle. Does it really happen and does it not happen? Type of story. And
Green Swamp Rich? Is it the Green Swamp?
The green the Green Swamp is where he goes, but yeah, there's
no, not where he goes, but he was talking about a story that there was a guy that was, or something, an image was seen and they assumed he was carrying a lantern. I don't think it was a lantern. I think that the human brain goes, oh, it has to be a lantern because what else would someone be carrying? Right? It was a light. This something booger was carrying a
wood
light.
booger. It's the wood booger.
It was like a wood booger. Yeah. Oh, I wish I knew. I'm going to look it up because now I need to know.
What? It was
but the booger had this
the booger
was carrying a lantern. And so people see it as like you're seeing it as a light that is present at the same time. So it's not just this rare event. You guys are seeing it, in New Hampshire. Now the booger's got one. It's all over the place. So
you all right?
Well, you're upset. So now, we see these lights and whatever. And about a month ago, me, Richie, and we had a film crew. We had Matt Warner and Dahlia. We went, as we were leaving, we saw the watches, so we saw the lights. But then Richie walked up further, and Richie can see blue lights. And as he called me over, and I'm seeing the blue lights, and we didn't, like I said, all I can say is the blue lights look like the blue lights are kind of going up.
Barry on booger.
The what?
The Barton
booger.
That's him. That's the one.
Yeah, I got Hey, look at him holding my glasses in my hand, trying to see it better. Thank God I got these glasses. That's how often I wear them.
So, Richie, we're talking about, so a month ago, we went out with Matt Warner and Dahlia in the film crew.
Oh, yeah. We probably should get to that.
So you started walking up and tell everybody what you were seeing.
So I walk up the path, which we've been up to, hundreds of times or whatever the case might be. And I get the color of the watcher type light, which is, what you see behind me, basically, that color light. A little bit. This one was a little bit more auburnish, but it was similar. And he has changed his colors before. So I was like, oh, all right, there he is. I've seen that light before. And it even had that distinctive plasma type line around it, right, where it's kind of circled. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at it, and I did notice there was some flickering at the top of it, but it was definitely one of the lights. It was one of the lights that we always see. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go get Wojo so Wojo can get his phone and zoom in on it, and do what we do, show the substance behind it. And that's when the producer and the crew, the film crew, were there for the episode with Matt Warner. So I had chosen a few, I asked him to come up with the camera. Anyways, that's a whole different story. But I had Wojo come up, and so Wojo comes up with his phone, and he's looking at it, and the thing transforms right in front of our face. And at first it looked like a set of eyes, like they turned into two of them. Then the flickering got bigger, and then we got, kind of confused, I guess. Let me see if I can show you.
Hey, Miss Sponsors Mullis, welcome. Thank you for being on here, including Georgia Bigfoot. Thank you for coming.
Georgia Bigfoot is a Mebro member of ours. Very nice that he found us. I had subscribed to his channel earlier today, and then I see found you, which was really cool. That's big time support. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Really do,
Absolutely.
man. And Myths, Monsters, and Mullets. Sick fucking name. Holy shit. I love that freaking name. You make me want to have a mullet, like I did back in '89. Sick ass mullet. Tell you what, it definitely brought a lot of myths and monsters to the table. That mullet will get you in trouble. Anyways, let's start it over. So so that's what we're doing. We're looking at it, and then you can actually hear how Wojo reacts to this. It was quite astounding.
That reminds you, Richie just said, I'll be right back, because Matt started coming up, so Richie walked away for a brief moment. And I'm looking, and it went from this little dot that we were talking about. We saw blue lights I can't explain. Yeah. And then I'm looking, and then I'm Richie, you're not going to believe this. Yeah. And then you can play it.
And here we go.
Yeah, I had it on my phone. Oh, here's your phone. Wait, what is happening? There's something What is happening? There's no smelling thing.
There's the light.
How does it stay in one level?
Now look at.
How's that stay in one level?
Because if it's a flame and a fire, why isn't it blazing?
Hold on. What are we looking?
Yeah, Wojo's voice. I'm gonna play it again. I gotta play it again. I love that. Ready? Here we go. Now watch you. This is the regular lights we always see in the woods. That's what I looked at. No big deal. There you go, man. Good job, Sam.
Yeah, I had it on my phone. Oh, here's your phone.
He's telling me that what he sees like a flame.
There's something
there's no smelling thing.
What are you talking about? How can it be a fire? You can't
stay in one level.
Right now, look at it.
How's that stay in one level?
Like it's a fire. It should.
Dude, that's two eyes. That's two.
It looked like two eyes.
Hold on.
What are we looking?
Right? Are you seeing that?
So
the light turned into.
Go ahead, Rich.
No, the light turned into a fucking fire.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what happened.
When I reported to Richie just before that part of the clip, I go, Rich, there's a fire. He goes, what?
What are you talking about?
What? Are you talking about? How? What are you talking about? I go, dude, there's a fire over there. Then you guys saw that video.
Yeah.
Rich, do you have those two pictures that how high that fire was? No.
Yeah. Oh, shut up. Yeah, I can look around for it. This guy right here, he's like, yeah, what are we doing tonight? And he's like, yeah, see. And then he goes, curveball. You got those two fucking pictures that were here 3 weeks ago, you son of a bitch. Yeah, no. let me look.
Well, I mean, to see this fire, guys, me and Richie went back to, a few days later, and we scoured that whole area and did not find the fire. We couldn't find a fire pit. Couldn't find any, burn marks on trees. Nothing. Okay, found nothing, and so we just sat there like, what in the world is going on?
Are these them?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Aren't these them right here?
Yep.
Yeah, these are different variations from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, it didn't start with the whatever the hell that shape you guys talked about was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Merkaba.
Yeah, that. It started with that, or did it not? I can't remember now.
I think it did.
Right, and then turned into this.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, to see that, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. To see that, and then the video, okay? The video was like 9. That was like 9:21. In 9:23, all of a sudden we have a huge flame.
Right.
Okay. Fires don't go. I mean, listen, I know accelerants and whatever. I mean, I was a pyromaniac when I was a kid, and
Yeah.
not proud of it. Yeah. I've been so
I
much
am.
trouble with my father, who started a fire down the hill. Yeah, some kid ran across the hill, Dad. But anyways, when you ignite a fire, it takes 0 to 5 minutes. Okay. We're talking about a campfire, guys. 0 to 5 minutes to start ignition. Okay. In 5 to 15 minutes, then you create heat. And then 15 minutes to 25 minutes, then you have that big, huge flame. Here started instantly. There was no accelerant where, a ball of flash. You don't even see ambers, guys. Richie, you didn't see any ambers like coming off the top of that.
Well, no. That was the thing, is that there was a point where we were like, well, where's the smell? And then where's the crackling? And then after saying it, a smell showed up, and then a crackling sounded. And then
What was the smell?
It smelled like a campfire.
Okay.
And then I'm looking, and there wasn't, like, to WOJO'S point, there wasn't anything flying up to the sky. There was no ambers like shooting way up, like they should be going up to the trees. You know what I mean? And they weren't. It was just right there, basically at that level, and that's what was blowing my mind, that the flame wasn't going up, and then you got to throw a log on it because it's getting low, and then it would go up. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that at all. It was just doing what it did in that video. It got a little bit bigger, but it wasn't like out of control. I mean, that thing should have just gotten bigger at some point. It got a little bit brighter, but it wasn't like this big, huge, like 10 log fire going on. It was very strange. And then to go back there, and there was not one sign of any ashes, any dark, black, burnt wood, no fire pit, no circle, no burnt trees, because we saw it looked like it was going up the trees. I even said that. Is that thing going up the freaking trees, bro? You know what I mean? I might even have a photo or two of that in here. Susan, you got your show this Friday? Is it every Friday, or is it just when it's announced?
No, it's one Friday a month.
One Friday a month.
Yep, and I do free readings.
The last
So if
Friday?
you want a reading, you got a question, I'll answer anything. I don't care.
Yeah, she cray like that. She'll answer
cray like that, right?
anything. So yeah, not this Friday, but the what the hell's up with this?
No, it's this. Is it this Friday? I don't even know what today is.
Oh, it is. You're right. It is. Yeah,
it's
the last Friday of the month.
Yeah, this is it.
So last Friday of the month, right here, Paranormal Ministry.
5:00 Eastern time. You can catch us the YouTube, all that good stuff right there.
YouTube, man. Check us out on YouTube, man.
Live on Facebook, anything. Father Sean's Paranormal Ministry.
We're gonna do some
out of New Orleans.
Yeah, out of New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so
New
what?
Orleans.
Yeah,
I go to New Orleans once a month.
New Orleans. Denny O says, Susan, do you think that it is the Hara energy leaving the body going into the Merkaba?
Ooh, I love that.
Oh, fucking Denny, man. This guy.
Right? Denny, look at you. I love that. Good question. I bet that could be. I love all these possibilities. It gets me so excited.
Yeah, whatever he said. I don't fucking know. You guys speaking this weird ass language.
Right? I'm a weird date.
Denny does it all the
time. Yeah, totally possible. That's what I'm thinking. Like, there's something going on that is outside our normal box of thinking, and so that's where we have to go. And then let's see who else saw fire. And then, like, I want, like, those are the questions that we need to be asking on me, bro. Who has experienced this before? Have you seen fire before doing investigations and didn't actually follow up with it because you just assumed it was the campfire next door? It was the people camping over there. I just assumed someone was camping there, so we didn't do it.
Yeah.
So now you see a fire now, everybody needs to go follow up and make sure that it is or isn't. Right?
Yeah, no, that's crazy, man. I like Georgia Bigfoot. I got to get into and D Who brings up a good point. What's in the middle? There's nothing there. There's no fire there. And I got to be honest with you, the thing that I see in the middle there looks like the thing that we see in pictures a lot. That little flat spatula looking thing that hangs off of somebody's head. Anyways, Georgia says my longest encounter was when we still talking Bigfoot, Georgia? When I was when I used giant sparklers. Oh, wait a minute. Are we still talking Bigfoot, Georgia? At Salt Fork, Ohio. 20 minutes it stood by me. No video from it. Yeah, that's all right. I always trust me. Some of the best times you'll ever have is without video. My longest encounter was when I used giant sparklers. I think I want to try that now, dude.
Ooh.
I think that's a good idea. I
use
like
those
that.
glow sticks, so might as well use sparklers, you know?
Are we still talking Bigfoot?
We could bring Denny. Wow, who's got the sparklers? I got a lighter.
Denny.
Da-na-na-na.
You see Denny back in his techno days? Right? Yeah. Yeah, Denny O and the mullet. Oh my God, I can see it. What a visual.
Oof.
Hey,
With the belly shirt. Did he have a belly shirt on?
The belly shirt. And he's like, hey, I'm glow sticking over here. You know what I mean?
So anyways, we couldn't find any fire pit guys. We couldn't, I found that weird. Just how it looked, everything about it just seemed just way too weird. So
what was it? Weird.
It's funny.
It's weird.
Very weird. Very weird. So I look, for what I'm going to just tell you guys, okay, it's just my opinion, and just to throw it out there, okay. So I'm not here to judge people on faith or anything like this, but you know what? A lot of things we're experiencing is a little bit of spiritual. But when Susan, when we talked about the Merkaba and so on and so forth, they talked about the chariot. So I decided to look further about the chariot. Okay, and there's a gentleman named Dr. Andrew Davis. He's the pastor of the First Baptist Church of Durham, North Carolina. And about the chariot, it's like wheel on wheel. It's called a cherubim. Cherubims are immersed in fire, scattered coals. What does God's fury, holiness mean for his children? Ezekiel, I'm not going to read the actual scriptures. You guys can look that up, okay? Ezekiel's first encounter, the cherubim, is described in chapter 1 in words that probe into the limit of verbal communication. In chapter 10, Ezekiel had another vision of the glory of God in the cherubim that served him, and he repeats his astounding verbal description of these spiritual beings. Each aspect of the description carries profound significance, but it is the handling of fire that captivates my mind here. As we saw in Ezekiel 1:13-14, the cherubim seemed as if they themselves were on fire, as if flames of fire moved with lightning speed between them. They shared fire with one another and delighted in it, as if were their very nature. In chapter 10, one of them is told to take fire in the form of burning coals from among the cherubim and scatter those coals around the wicked city of Jerusalem. This he did with his bare hands, as did the fire did him no harm at all. Thus the fire, the native habitat of the cherubim, but a dire threat to the sinners of Jerusalem. Since we are told that God is a consuming fire, it seems that the fire represents the holiness of God. The cherubim delight in that holiness. They live in it and thrive in it constantly. When the fire applies to sinners, however, it does on two things. In this case, of Isaiah's unclean lips, in Isaiah 6:6, the burning coal purifies him from sin. So also in the case of the Levites in Malachi 3:2-3, the coming of God as a refiner's fire purifies them, so they can make offerings in righteousness. And the coming of the cosmic judgment at the end of the age results in a purified universe, so purged of evil and transformed by fire, that is called the new heavens and new earth. That's in 2 Peter 3:7-10-12. But for the wicked angels and humans who hate God and his holiness, nothing will be more devastating than the fire of God. The coals scattered over the wicked city of Jerusalem result in total destruction. And the lake of fire into which the devil, his demons, and the human servants are thrown do not purify them at all, but merely purify the universe of them. And they are destroyed by that fire eternally. It never brings them closer to God, but never loved his holiness, and never will. So for his people on earth, it is for us to ask God to apply his apply the fire of the holiness to our minds, hearts, and bodies now by his purifying word. We ask God to search out the dross within us and purify us from it so that we can be more and more conformed to his holy fires as the cherubim already have. And we are to warn sinners around us with the coming fire of God's judgment so that they be rescued from it and purified by it. So the reason why I brought that up is because,
That's a lot of information, dude.
Yeah.
it is a lot of information.
A lot of it.
But at the same time, okay, that there's a lot of people in the Bigfoot world that I've been watching talk about how the spirituality of the Bigfoots, and so on and so forth. And for what for what reading upon this and whatever, and then we have an obulus that we use once in a while. And I know that Richie and Andy went out on an investigation last week and whatever. And what captifies me is that in one of the words in it was Moses. And if anybody knows about Moses, about the burning bush. Okay, so that's why I was like, it's just kind of a unique connection on that.
So
And
what's an ovulus for people that don't know what one is?
it's like a word bank. It gives you one words at a time. So it'll just say like January most milk. Well, January is a short name for Jan, which is a Hebrew word for God is gracious or God is great. And about the spiritual milk, you look it up at Peter 2, where it describes that when you have spiritual milk when you're a baby, and then you build your salvation. Then after your salvation, Jesus tastes good. So there is a connection going on here. I'm not saying this is it. It's possible because the way the world is going on today, that you get these like some sort of strange messages, and seeing this fire and not finding no fire pit, no burn marks, no nothing. And they're giving us like messages at the gifting chair, strange alignments that I'm seeing, studying upon these things. I mean, it's anything's possible. I mean, but that's just my opinion, guys. I'm not saying that, I'm not here to judge people's faith because I'm not the judge. Only the man upstairs is. That's it.
But
That's the Lord Jesus Christ.
right. If it's making a connection because that is how you listen and what you hear best, then that's totally how that works. Like it's talking to you through that because that's your language, right?
Correct. I mean,
Right.
yes, I can see that. And this
Right.
is a Merkaba. And then what I'll do is I'll do what I did last time, and I'll show you what they're talking about. See what we're talking about here? You see that shape coming at you? You see the shape coming at you? Now check it. Boom. Merkaba. That's the light in the woods.
Right. And
Boom.
through all of that, you could look that up through sacred geometry. Just put Merkaba, see where it sits. If
Merkaba.
that you connect with that. And you were putting out so many very quickly where to find those, what you were reading. Like, I don't know the Bible, so I wouldn't know how to look that up. I apologize. But if someone wanted to and that resonates with them, then you've given them that opportunity. Like, we're just about giving out information and seeing where it sticks. Throw it against the wall. If it sticks there, great.
Oh, yeah.
Take it and go with it.
Yeah.
And
No
none of
problem.
this may stick, and you can have your own thing.
That's
We're
right.
just trying to be as scientific or collect as much information as possible. And it's
Thanks,
hard
Benno.
to do that outside a controlled
Good night,
environment.
Benno. You're right.
None of this is a controlled
No.
environment.
Right, and a lot of good points there, Susan. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're not here. We're not speaking factual. We'll tell you what happened to us, and you can basically determine in your own mind. I don't give a shit. Even like with the incident for today, that's what happened with me. I didn't make $1 million off it, and I didn't get more famous because of it. So make of that or what you will. But that's what happened to me. I have no reason to lie. I have plenty of friends. I didn't even need any more. I like having more friends because I like people in general in a sense, right? But I don't really give a shit. You know what I mean? That's what happened to me, and I share it, and you take from that what you will. And then, like Susan said too, like and over on me, bro, and stuff, where people be like, "Yo, that happened to me. That happened to me. I heard a bunch of banging in the woods. I went in that direction, and boom, something popped up and ran." You know what I mean? So, that's why the discussion is had, right? Maybe you've actually had this crazy ass distant thought right here. You know what I mean? I have not. You know what I mean? When these two presented it to me, I was like, yeah, okay, you two smoking the same fatty. You know what I mean? Like, but it's an interesting take. It's an interesting theory. It's a great hypothesis. You know what I mean? I think it's a good possibility. You know what I mean? So I don't have explanation for the lights. I mean, unless you guys are standing right next to the dude putting off that light right there, maybe I ought to shut the fuck up and listen. That's what I did. I just shut the fuck up and listened. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll learn something tonight, And I definitely did. I learned a lot of things. I didn't
Right.
maybe
Benno's idea was great too. Like I never thought of that. Oh my gosh, this sounds great.
right.
I think eventually we're gonna someone's gonna hit it. It's like winning the lottery.
Right.
Someone's gonna hit it right on the head. And I think we're just doing like the Da Vinci Code. We all have a key, we're all trying it out, and we all need each other's keys to make it happen. And so the community that you create, the Mibro, that's just so important.
Yep.
And it needs to be safe, and people need to be okay with like sharing their stuff so that we can all learn from each other.
Yep.
Oh,
Exactly.
absolutely. And again, like, it's not like forcing, spirituality to people, but, but at the same time, we're sitting here trying to believe in something that's going on in these woods, which
Yep.
is the Bigfoot or aliens,
Mhm.
because we have a little bit of both. And what are we doing? We're still leading on to find out. Okay. And when they leave out um, little things like the shells, and they're moving the shells around, and then I remember like Richie's like, well, looks like possible stars or whatever. Well, you get the big shell in the middle. Well, the big
Yep.
shell in the middle could be could be what did you say, a Becca and Becca or something?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I just the thing looked like a galaxy the way it was set up.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what else.
So,
I don't know.
anyways, it
If
looks
I
like
used to,
stars.
if I
And what do
used
you
to,
do with it when you look at the
Shut up.
stars?
Shut up.
Look up.
Shut
What's
up.
above the stars?
Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. Shut the fuck up. What's
Take
that?
those glasses off. No one's looking at you.
I think there's a glitch. It's called the shut the fuck up glitch. Shut the fuck up. Hey, Tim Sullivan, thank you. Thank you so much for your donation. We appreciate you. Anybody at all out there? 50 cents.
Hey, thanks,
I'll
Tim.
take it. Hey, get your 50 cents here. Go to Cash App. Hey, Wojo will do a special dance for you for 50 cents, just so you know. All right? Just so you're aware. Oh, get it, girl. Oh, yeah.
I'll give you $1.
I got kicked with Cash App. What? Why did you get kicked? Oh, you're back now? Thank you, Georgia Bigfoot, for your donation. We appreciate you,
Thank
brother.
you so much.
We got a lot of bills
Like and
to pay.
subscribe to him too, guys.
I got a lot of bills to pay. I got 83 kids. God, send help. Send help. Send fucking
84
help.
kids. Big kid right here.
84. Jeez, when did that happen? Was that here?
You adopted me, remember?
Oh God, no. Jesus. No, that's no. And listen, any open-minded theory is a good theory. You guys, that's what we talk about. That's what we talk about, even to me, bro, to everybody else. I talk about it all the time. You think Bigfoot's got 10 heads? Let's have a conversation. Just have the conversation. What the hell? Oh, Susan. Susan's like, oh my goodness, I think I dropped something. Let's go.
I was trying to make you more dollars.
Hey, Rich, did you read Sam's comment? Rich, did you read Sam's comment?
Yeah, get out the poll. Yeah. No, I'm the same way, George. Well, I started a whole podcast network, so I wanted to pay for everybody to be able to do things on here and connect their podcasts up. And it's funny, like a month after doing that, not even, I don't think, YouTube's like, yeah, you show aliens and Bigfoots, you're out of here. They took my money away and made me pay for myself. I'm like, you son of a bitch. But I didn't want to just stop doing it for everybody because I love it. The message is great. The people are great. The cause is right. You know what I mean? So just try to keep digging away, man. Go over to the merch store, fourth wall, We got kick-ass merchandise. We got some Mebro merchandise I'll be designing this week and putting up on the store. So we're gonna have some kick-ass Mebro merchandise, man.
Oh, I would love a sweatshirt. That would be beautiful.
Oh, it would be beautiful.
And it's sweatshirt weather coming. It's coming.
Yeah, don't be so damn happy about that.
Oh,
right?
I hate summer.
How kind you to yeah, exactly, Tim. Unbelievable.
I'd like it to be fall, spring, and fall and spring. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, really nice. Yeah, YouTube screwed me over bad. And they kept the last month's donation of $108. I don't even know where that went. I don't know if anybody who donated got their money back.
Wrong.
They stole it. They stole my money. I had no violations on my channels. Nothing. It was just all of a sudden. I was talking to Wojo on the phone. I go, what the hell is this? He's like, what?
Inauthentic.
They called me inauthentic.
And then they changed it to generic.
Yeah. So I threatened him with a lawsuit.
Totally generic.
I said,
you're the last generic person.
I'm a public figure and I make 50 cents doing this, and that's all it takes really. And then I can sue them for defaming me. So you called me inauthentic, which is fake. So I threatened him with a lawsuit. I come back on my YouTube like 2 weeks later, check it out, and now I'm not inauthentic. I'm generic. I was like, well played, YouTube. Well played.
Touche.
Yeah, you're the white boxes in aisle 8 with the black letters. You are generic. The hell out of here.
Yeah,
Losers.
Whatever. You know what?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's just whatever.
I have one more theory before we bounce off, and just stuff for people to think about.
Okay.
So I think that the reason why we're having a lot more visitations, situations, whatever you want, sightings, whatever you want to call it, we have had 12 in the past 25 days. We have had 12 earthquakes above a 6.0, and 2 more that were above 7.
Can you say it a little bit slower?
Yeah, I know. I want to hear this.
For $5,
She got me.
I'll say
She
it
had me.
slower, okay?
$5. No, go ahead. This is serious stuff. Go ahead. Stop messing around.
This is
Susan.
serious.
Yeah, stop
So
messing around.
I'm wondering if all this earthquake, all this shaking up, all the electromagnetic energy, all the solar flares, there's 2 coronal holes today and tomorrow. That'll get you $10 right there.
Could you say that again slower?
Say corona hole slower.
Oh, wow.
I think that's all adding to it. Just saying. So never mind.
Richie,
my God.
Richie, what did we possibly hit? Remember that sound we heard today? And you're like, what was that? I go, is that an earthquake? Remember?
Yeah. We said that. Is that an earthquake? Yeah. And a guy came in earlier talking about somebody predicted an earthquake some guy from Africa predicted it or something.
Yeah.
Some comment.
Because they're coming, right?
Yeah.
And it's one every other day, dude. That's crazy. We've never had that. And we've never had them this big.
Slower.
I think that just really means
slower.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Slower. I think that's the reason why. If I had the wind.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason why. I gotta go.
Where you going?
Her face is so red. Oh my God. Speak it, Susan. Speak it.
I'm not playing with you anymore.
I think
that's it.
Earthquake.
Hi, sweet Justine. Yeah, she agrees with you, Susan. Right after the big media showers.
Oh, do you, sweet Justine?
Thank you, sweet
Tell us.
Justine. So solar cycle, if you want to follow something and you want to get into the earthquakes, solar cycle 25, blood moon, that's his name, solar cycle 25. But just put in solar cycle 25 on Facebook. Mojo, you're getting way into this too much.
I'm listening, girl. Believe me, I'm listening. I'm just
look at ZH.
Listen, good energy.
ZH made a funny. He says it's Richie and WOJO'S fault. Oh, dad joke coming in hot. All right, sweet Justine, if you could just type that a little slower for us. Just type it a little bit slower. A little bit slower. That's right. Well, I think that we're all fucking doomed, and the end is near. That's the bottom line.
I don't think we're doomed. I just think that we're in for a change. We're in for a new awakening. I think everyone's going to be getting a lot more intuitive. So start working it with your investigations.
You know, I think
and see what you can get out of it.
I know what it is. I'm just saying. I mean, don't anybody take great offense to this. Pretty sure it's this guy's fault. Get it, Susan.
Susan's bringing some good energy right now. I love it.
You're welcome. You're welcome, buddy. Get out the pole.
That's it. That's great.
Yeah, we ain't making money with you just sitting there with your little weird hand motions, boy. Take that shirt off. Well, how else are we going to pay for these bills?
They're going to take away YouTube will take away our 2 bits, man. That's all we got.
The messed up thing is I feel like I owe everybody money.
I owe you.
Sorry about that. Oh, all right. Well, thank you for helping me with my energy tonight. I got to go murder
yes,
kids.
Me too, honestly.
Yeah, I needed that because I was zoning, man. Oh my God, I got hit. I got hit out there. Now, real quick before we go, right, Susan? You said they hit me with a little bit of something, huh?
Yeah. So that's just their energy field. That's just it. So when I talk to ETs, they drain me. I can't be in their presence very long. And that's that either it's the radioactive, it's the electromagnetic. I'm not sure what affects me that they have.
Yeah.
But that's what's happening with Bigfoot. So that's what tells me that they're a light being and another being that we're not aware of.
Yeah.
My personal opinion is they're hybrid. They're probably part human, part extraterrestrial.
Yeah, I think there was some kafuckery in there at some point. I think there was some blending from the start of time, right?
Yep.
At some point. That's how I feel. I feel that, one of the first beings, and I feel that they were toiled with, as they would say. Or somebody would say. As we all were a little bit. So
right.
A lot of people don't understand that, but we don't really want to blow their brains right out right now, do we? I mean, come on, that's a whole different show, ain't it? But you can this Friday, right?
Right.
On the Father Sean's ministry, right?
Paranormal ministry, where we talk about everything. He is an ordained Catholic priest. He's also an exorcist, and we've worked together with things. So yeah, everybody's gotta have an exorcist friend, right?
I'm done right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Father Sean, he is cool. I love his work. I love your show. Looking forward to seeing it this Friday at 5:00, right? 5 Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern, yeah. He was on the Legion of Exorcists, so you can watch that on. I don't know where it is now, but it used to be on. I think it's on HBO. But you can just pull that up, Legion of Exorcists, and you can watch his show. Really cool documentary on super creepy, haunted, evil, demonic things.
Oh, good.
If that's your thing. Yeah.
Yep. Well, check it out Friday night. Susan,
free reading
with a Cape Cod medium, right?
Happy medium.
With a
Cape Cod happy medium.
With a happy Cape Cod happy medium.
Happy Susan.
Happy medium. Happy medium.
Whatever.
Happy
it's
medium.
All good.
Happy medium small. Something like that.
I'd rather be small than medium, but
no, I like medium. Medium is perfect for everybody, right?
Love that.
I wonder how old they really age. Maybe they're what the fuck did you just say? I can't. Sorry, Kurt. Maybe their telomeres weren't
slower when you work in the energy. When you're getting into this energy and you're working with it, you don't age as fast.
Right. Are you saying Bigfoot though? I wonder how old they really age, bro. Are you saying
maybe the telomeres weren't capped like ours?
I don't know.
Aliens, maybe? I don't know.
Kurt just took a fucking left at the lights.
I think there's one behind him. He's getting a little weird.
Look out, Kurt! In case you guys missed it, by the way, real quick, because I got to wrap this up. I got some friends waiting for me to play some Black Ops too. It helps my energies.
Well, I saddled up my shoes.
September 13th, baby.
This September 13th,
1 to
get
6
ready
p.m.
for one unforgettable day at Cricket
Tyler's
Fest
coming
from
to
1
hang out
to
with the
6 p.m.
Bantha
Eastern
crew.
Standard Time.
We know
Explore
you out
an
there, Roller
incredible
Dog.
lineup of vendors
Hey.
featuring Bigfoot, Mothman, ghosts, paranormal investigations, witches, haunted collectibles, and everything spooky. And here's the big news. Banter with Richie B podcast is bringing the banter live to Cryptid Fest. Join host Richie B, co-host WOJO, and the Vogel brothers for a special panel discussion from 1:30 to 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whether you're into cryptids, ghosts, folklore, or all things paranormal, Cryptid Fest is the place to be. Hosted by Jessica Carlos. Don't miss it. We're bringing the banter to Cryptid Fest. We'll see you there.
Yeah, you damn right. Yeah, that's what's up. All right, so that's September 13th, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. We will be there, and it's going to be awesome. We got some great big highlights. Susan's going to be there. We got all the banter dudes coming down. We got Denny, and then Andy, and Martin's coming too, right?
I think mine's coming.
Yeah, Martin's coming. And then we take a week off, and then we go out to New York, Whitehall, with the boys.
So
We're going to
cool.
take over the Whitehall Festival with our banter gear and piss a lot of people off out there. Oh, my God. The people out there, oh, my God. They've talked They've talked so much shit about me. It's going to be amazing when they get to actually meet me and stuff. Oh, my God.
They're gonna love you.
I'm going in drag. I'm really gonna fuck them up. You know what I mean? They can't say nothing bad about me these days. They'll be like, "Hey, girl," you know what I mean? Woohoo! Yeah, I'll be like, "What's your language, boy?" No, we're gonna have a lot of fun out there, and then I come back, and the following weekend, Jean Tewksbury and her husband are coming down to camp right out in my backyard. Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah,
Stan's excited. He gets to see the gifting chair. He's all pumped up about that. So.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
I want you guys to come down here.
Oh no! Well, no, nobody. I know we were supposed to go to the beach this summer, but local people don't go to the Cape. We hate the Cape.
Right? You come in September, it's gorgeous. The people are gone. It's all good.
She goes, right?
I know. I was like, what?
That is my executive producer, Georgia Bigfoot. If you need anything made, you check it out. Check out Sam's Pretty Paranormal Productions. She does all kinds of wonderful things, and we are very blessed to have her on our team. It's unbelievable, man. She's unbelievable. And Curious Cryptids, by the way, tomorrow night makes her podcast debut right here on the Banter with Richie B Podcast Network. 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You're going to see some more videos, I have a feeling, by the way. You want to check out Curious Cryptids podcast tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Time.
Girl power.
Yeah, for me, well, we're going to do this a little backwards. For me, you can follow me on us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Susan, where are they going to find you at?
Susan Ahern Paranormal on YouTube.
Susan Ahern Paranormal on YouTube.
I have no one following me. I have like maybe 50 people. So everybody get on, please.
Get
I
over
look
there.
sad. I'm a little
Susan
pathetic.
Ahern Paranormal on YouTube. Everybody get over there right now and subscribe. That's right, you're able to get down to crazy with Susan Ahern Paranormal. Back to you, Bob. Anyways, that's all I got. I'm ready for bed. And then I just want to say I love you, baby Jack. I love you, Mama. And I see you, Ella. And it's WOJO'S show. I'll let him end it, I guess.
Well, thank you, Susan, for being on here. And thank you all for being here. Remember, wow, really, dude? I just see my face go, boom!
Flashback.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for being on here. Thank you, Georgia, and Mitts and Mullets and everybody else that's on here that's new.
Mullets.
I couldn't remember the name. The Mullets.
Fuck is that?
No, my ADD's kicking in. T-Hoo, thank you for being on here. And listen, don't be lazy. Serve the Lord enthusiastically. Serve the Lord enthusiastically. Romans 12:11. Remember, pick up your neighbors, help each other out, set that higher bar, love each other. And remember, we are still home of the boom.
Boom!
See you next time. Let's go.
Woo! Don't forget to buy the merch. Dollar bills, y'all.
Miss and Mullis. Thanks, Sam. Oh!
Georgia Bigfoot, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Tim.
You gotta copy and paste it. Come on, you know that. Woo! Guy in Negro told me that about Georgia Bigfoot. You gotta copy and paste it.
Thank you, the cornbread mofo.
Great job tonight, Tim. Executive producer of the week.
The greatest executive producer of all time.
Oh, look at Wojo Gaming. Wojo. Too much sugar today. Hit student.